All right, we've made it to where we're gonna camp tonight. It's kind of on this beautiful river that's next to a bridge. But before I get too settled in, I have one chore, and that is change the fuel filter. The fuel filter on a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter is a little challenging to change, but it's something that you can do almost anywhere. And if someone shows you how and you're slightly handy, you're not gonna have a problem at all doing it. Let's jump into that. This isn't gonna be a tutorial, but I'm just gonna let you guys watch the process. Here we go, let's get to work. Okay, that took, I don't know, 20 minutes, and I have a new fuel filter, which feels really good. I normally do fuel filters every time I do an oil change, and we've been trying to do those about every 5,000 miles down here. I do that because we don't think the diesel quality is quite as good in some of these countries. So by changing the fuel filter a little more regularly, it just keeps, if there's any gunk in there, keeps it from building up and possibly plugging up the fuel filter, or even worse, getting through and into the engine. It's worked great so far. Normally in the States, I'll change oil and fuel filters about every 15 to 18,000 miles. Mercedes recommends 20,000 miles as being your interval. I try to do it a little sooner than that, but it's worked great down here, no issues. We've had zero problems with fuel. We've had zero problems with clogging fuel filters or anything like that. And we are literally burning whatever diesel we can find at the gas stations. Now, we are trying to choose the major chain gas stations, ones that we know have the best quality diesel there is. And in like Peru, we were recommended by a mechanic to go to one specific brand of gas stations to get our diesel. And it's worked great, no issues. That is the #1 question I get from people is, how do you handle ultra low sulfur diesel down in south of the border? And honestly, that's all we do. We try to find the best diesel we can. A lot of times it is probably not ultra low sulfur diesel, and it maybe doesn't run quite as good, quite as clean. It runs and it's been fine. And now that we're in Chile and Argentina, this diesel down here is a lot more like what we're accustomed to in the US. So anyway, there's a fuel filter change, and now we're good for 5,000 miles. Feels good. All right, that's it. We're just gonna enjoy time around camp now.